know the name, you've read the books, and if you haven't, you're crazy. So today I'm gonna look through and try to figure out what makes his ads work because at hundreds of millions of dollars across his businesses every year, clearly his ads work. And especially when he just did $100 million book launch and broke the Guinness Book of World Records. So what we're seeing here is he's hiring. Like I just said, he said you've probably heard of us, World Record book launch, right? So we're on the same page there. And so let's see. It looks like they're hiring closers. Interesting. Hard working, looking for growth, business acumen. Interesting. Um, so Hormozi mentioned this is that recruiting is almost like advertising, except you're recruiting, you're advertising for your business, um, as opposed to get sales. 60 tickets sold a month, 45% close rate. Awesome. So he's hiring. Um, so he's got Facebook ads for that, and looks like nothing else. So that's interesting, I guess. Now let me switch over to Google Ads. Let's see what he's running on Google. So that was the Facebook Ads library. This is the Google Ads Transparency Center. Both ways to uh, view any company's or website's ads. All right, learn from Alex, in-person workshop, scaling. Okay, so this is what he's advertising for. What's interesting, um, this none of this seems like paid offers. It looks like he's teaching for free. Scaling roadmap, scaling. So he's trying to fill his pipeline, right, with potential prospects of businesses he wants to acquire. Um, he does that by educating them and helping them with tips to help them scale so that when they're big enough, he can buy them. And I mean, it makes sense to buy something that's already kind of working. Um, Cart closing. I don't know what the software is. Cart closing. Okay, so you got urgency tactics there. You see the books. What else? Okay, this was for the book launch. These ads are probably old. They're probably not live right now, but we could see his history. However far back, yeah, anytime. So as you can see, he used a paid and organic strategy for this. He's giving away free gifts. That's to promote the book launch, which is actually a great book launch. I watched it. I bought the book. I also read the playbooks, so it was super good launch. Kind of reminds me of Tim Ferriss when he did his, I think, trilogy. Like after the 4 Hour Work Week, the 4 Hour Body. He had a few books in his series, and it just raised the bar for what was possible. And I think Alex Hormozi is kind of like the best I've seen since Tim Ferriss, actually. So yeah, so these are just more book launch ads. Meet Alex ads. But let's see what elements make them work. So you got the podcast format. So we had the closing soon. Yeah, closing Monday. That's the urgency theme, and then you got the podcast format for the creative. On these scaling ads. So he's pushing the workshop and the book launch pretty heavy. What else? Notice the captions. He's speaking to pain points. You don't have enough cash to hire people. the thank you page, all the recruiting, product, customer support, finance problems people have. So this is very engaging. He's in the middle of talking, so it kind of makes you want to click and see what he's talking about. The curiosity theme there. More urgency. Live right now. There's some FOMO elements. All these things he mentions in his books and playbooks. Giveaway. Free pass. 4 surprising gifts. So maybe a little scarcity there. And because he's done so much great free content, his face is like instantly recognizable to everybody that's into sales and marketing and business. So basically, his face becomes like a conversion, a click through rate, conversion rate booster. So I see why he's in so many of these. So let's see what else he's got going on here. He mentioned in his latest video how important product and branding are. So you can see his brand is just based on $100 million theme along with his face, so you get instant visibility and recognition of him, and it's just giving out pure value, right? See him in his book packing facility, more competitive to help, and he runs a bunch of tests, so you can be sure these are well run ads. Free business live event, so this is just more book launch promotion. So, him on the plane, him next to a big image of the book. Not a lot of variation here, because he had such a big book launch, but I thought it was worth checking out for myself to see exactly what he was putting in his ads, just to give me an idea of like why guess and test when you can skip straight to what's working, right? Whatever he's spending money on is probably working, especially if he's had these ads running for a long time. And you can see the variation in creatives, right? That's just him testing to see, which one's the better performer. Similar, not too fancy, similar copy, free business, even with different um, creatives, copies the same. They're both video, but free business, we go live, last chance, 100 million money models, right? So he's just mixing and matching. Just mix and match to see which one ends up doing best. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap that up here. I just wanted to get a feel for how he approaches his ads in reality, instead of just hearing him like talk about ads on his YouTube videos. I wanted to see what he's really putting out, and you can see there's an element of consistency. There's him and his face, the hat, the green book, the lumberjack shirt, and the with the you know um, tank top underneath, his logo, and his book cover. There's not a lot. It's not super complex, right? There's not a lot going on that you wouldn't expect to see. But different settings, podcasts, vlog, all worth testing. Pure text ads, don't miss out. So that's some FOMO. Secure your seat, free gift, time's running out. So free, you got FOMO, live, was it? Free, more FOMO, really urgency. Meet the team, browse courses, request a podcast. Live, so exclusivity. Very engaging. Funny flows, funnel flows. Money doesn't. There's a money model for that. So this is interesting. This is the first one I saw with big text. Most of his ads aren't really text heavy. There are more videos with, some copy underneath. So for Google, I wonder if he's doing search or if he's doing demand gen or performance max, because people don't necessarily search for these terms, right? But you wanted to know about it anyway, so you can push that out there. 29 upgrade, free pass. Okay, these are more. These are interesting. All right, so that's what we got here. I'm gonna wrap that up, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next video.